My ministers will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID that will modernize how citizens interact with public services.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Alright, this video will be entitled The Motb is Ready to be Put in Placement. Alright, a lot of brothers did videos on this, already. The King Charles, whoever, the Edomite king, okay, and you see what he said. No digital ID is official, okay. In order to in public services, and etc. And we've been telling you this. The digital infrastructure was set already, and those stages they will get into, with the image of the beast. All right, that's the system, to implement, all right, that RFID micro C hip, okay. So it's coming out, and we've been telling you this, warning you, on breaking this down, continuously, all right, from the apostles, okay, on down. Now prophecy is taking path, okay, is manifesting, and all who talked otherwise, these other camps, Christianity, on the works there, the highways, he was talking to this Christian, basically believing that the Motb was Sunday law, whatever bullshit, all these, people, all these other camps and, false doctrines, what going out are wrong, okay. So we've been telling you this is here. Also, Trump now, okay, I'd go in China with all these tech giants, and basically, it's a race for the digital system. This is the new era. This is what they're coming with. All right. Okay, and this is, you see, because this is main prophecy. So we've been singing like a broken record for years. The same thing, same prophecy playing over and over. But this is what's gonna come. All right, and this is important. This is the big test. The Lord gonna test. Okay. Israel on a whole. Which we know all. Not. Are gonna take it. All right. The 2/3 and the elect. Who hearken unto the truth. Okay, the correct doctrine. Will have that stability. Okay, to not take that, to not fall in that temptation. Okay. So this is just the word placement here. Slack here, volume down, slack here.
Placement.
It says the action of placing someone or something somewhere, and this is what it is. Okay, they with the system, the digital infrastructure. Okay, as we just say, is the beast system, the image of the beast. They've been gradually implemented and also conditioning you, with cards, biometric scans, okay, to the, and is a lead up steps to this, this Motb, this prophecy, which is in Revelation 13 and 16, all right, positioning, placing, arrangement. This is the arrangement. They coming down with this. They ain't wasting no time now. Okay. In placement. Installation, install, stationing. So this is what it is. Okay. So this is about to be put in public services, which is prophecy. The digital ID itself is not the Motb, but is leading up to it. Okay. All right. Okay. And this is to deploy it, to enact it, to make it mandatory. This is just to push it out. So this is, let me just bring this precept here. This is Habakkuk. So like here, with me, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1, outside verse 1. All right, it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me. Okay, and that's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. From the apostles on down, the Rakakodash been working with them, and the Lord been giving us this instruction, to warn. That's a prophet's, duty. That's a prophet duty is dedicated service, which we've been doing, for years, till, for the apostles been doing, and the brothers who come in, later for years. All right. Okay, with the same prophecy, mainly the Motb. All right. Okay, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer him. Slakia, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Verse 2, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And this is what we do it, making it plain upon tables. And it's being made known plain upon tables. You could see it is being, manifold, manifested. Okay, it's coming into place, because this is not our prophecy. Our word is the Lord's word, speaking through us. Okay, and that's why it coming to pass. That's why all these false doctrines, all these other camps, and other religions, been saying is wrong. Okay, and let me read this, that he may run that readeth it. Okay, and as the elect, they're gonna run with it. They're gonna read it and run with it. With it, they're gonna take it to heart, to the mind. Verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, and now is now. Okay, it's now. But at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And now is here, and it's now. Okay, they've been applying this to the economy, to the currency, digitalization. And this is gonna be the world's next currency. Okay, and this is the new era. All right, that's why all these tech companies, all the big tech leaders, okay, as you see, and Trump, okay, that's what they're working towards too. Okay, and without that now, okay, and this leading up to the DB system, okay, the Motb, and without that now, you won't be able to get your needs. Okay, so let me just pull up an article here. So here, Slack here. Don't know why it turned so small, so just X out again. This is weird. It was coming up perfect. Anyway, I'll read it. It's from CBS News. Okay. It says, why are so many US CEOs in China with Trump, and what do they want? Okay, it says Chinese President Xi Jinping told US CEOs traveling with President Trump to China that it will open further to American business, a key goal to corporate leaders eager to expand their presence in the world's second largest economy. Okay, and this is what it is here, and all these tech leaders and whatnot. They want to they coming with this digital, system. They coming down with great wrath because they know they have a short time. And this is where it is here. Okay. All right. And this is gonna be the great delusion. The Lord gonna set on the earth. And for those who are not of the elect, okay, they're gonna they're gonna be persuaded by it and take it, okay, because of want of needs. All right, this is Isaiah. It's like here. This is Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 4. It says, "I will also choose their delusions." Okay, the delusions. This is the hour of temptation. What's gonna come on the earth? Without this, you won't be able to access society. Okay, the image of the beast. Okay, and a lot of unbelievers who don't believe that the Motb is the C-hip, atheists, all the, okay, they gonna, or even people who just want to eat, or just want to, in order to eat, they're gonna just take it. All right, because they didn't have that faith and that build up, or get that stability. They didn't get the stability from truth. All right, I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I speak, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes, and choose that in which I delighted not. Okay, all these unbelievers are gonna set them in that in them those delusions. Okay, the big delusion will coming on the earth, that Motb. Okay, in which they will be destroyed. All right. Okay, so this is what it is here. Okay, they're gonna be defeated with the beast. Okay, let me just bring this here. This is Job. This is Job 20 verse Job 20 verse 22. All right, in the fullness of his sufficiency, his system. All right, his beast system. When because this is what these elites go into. When it's fulfilled, and they feel they rule in the whole world. Okay, and those who take part in the fullness of his sufficiency, who worship the beast by taking that Motb, all right, he shall be set in straits, in a position of difficulty. Okay, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Okay, all these nations gonna rise up against each other. America gonna be destroyed in that World War III. Okay, and nobody gonna rule after that. All right, Yahweh Shai is gonna disappoint all. His confidence gonna fail. All right, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Okay, all right, them ICBM nuclear missiles. Okay, when he now figure he got through, he accomplished his work, he gonna be destroyed. All right, all his work gonna vanish. Okay, and those who take part in it. This is Job 18 and verse, I think I'll just read the point. Just bear with me here. All right, verse 14, it says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Okay, the whole system is going down. It's gonna go down. Okay, it's just for this to happen, to come to pass, that prophecy, okay, of the mark of the beast. Verse 15, it says, it shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. Okay, that nuclear destruction. This is what it is here, the final judgment of this place. Okay, then so this is what it is here. You know, so his confidence gonna be destroyed. All right, when they feel they get through, they put this in placement. Okay, they causing the whole world, you know, to take part in the image of the beast. Okay, it is when they're gonna be destroyed. All right, you know, it's when things gonna move fast. Okay, and those gonna, you know, who take part in it are going to be destroyed too. All right, this is second with me here. Okay, second Ezra 16 and verse 21. It says, Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. You know, but now the economy is crashing. And, you know, now is when, you know, these elites now want to replace it with this digital system. All right, to bring that beast system. All right, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Okay, and this is the troubles were coming on the earth, but you know the main evil were coming is this Motb. All right, okay, and they're coming down fast with it. Okay, they're gonna use every, you know, a problem reaction solution. All right, and this is what it is here. So, you know, so if you don't comply with this system, take part in it, you know, you're gonna be extolled from the society. Okay, you know, those are the infidels. Okay, the ones who deny faith, okay, or choose to hearken to the truth. All right, but the elect who hear the truth and who listen, you know, will have a sense of safety, of security in that time. You know, because you know they will have that faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, you know, that stability, that standard, and you know these the ones who will receive salvation. All right, you know, this is Isaiah 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, your security, your strength. All right, okay, this wisdom what the prophets given you. All right, and strength of salvation, the fear of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai is his treasure, and they're gonna have that fear. You know, they're not gonna fear this man. They're gonna fear Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. You know, which will give them stability. It will be their treasure. The ones who don't have fear, you know, for Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, you know, will receive destruction. Okay, this is Slakia. This is Birthman. Let me just find it here. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 12. It says, For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense against the system what they bring in here. Okay, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Okay, gonna give life, and the elect who have the you know, the excellency of knowledge. Okay, gonna you know, they're gonna have life, salvation. Okay, and they're gonna have they're gonna take part in that victory when Yahweh Shem Yahushai, when Yahushai comes. Okay, and this is what it is here. You know, because they had that foundation of the truth. Okay, you know, they didn't sway to false doctrines. Okay, this is Isaiah 28 and verse 10. It's like here, verse 8. It says, For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so there is no place clean. Okay, all these other truths, these false truths, you know, these false doctrines, no, you know, place clean, you know, it's fake. And you know, it will lead you to destruction, to taking that you know, taking part in that system. Okay, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. You know, the ones who have that foundation of the truth, okay, and build up that faith, you know, they're gonna understand the knowledge and the truth, and they're gonna have stability, okay, safety in the times to come. All right, so this is what it is here. So okay, against that great temptation what was about to take place on the earth. All right, this is Luke 21 and verse 36. 36, it says, "Watch ye therefore." Okay, and this is the elect will watch. Why? Because they're taking heed to the prophets. Okay, who are the watchmen. All right, and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass. Okay, that the system, okay, is coming to pass before our eyes. All right, and to stand before the Son of Man, Yahweh Shai, to have victory, salvation in Him. Okay, so this is what it is here. So we've been talking, we've been preaching, okay, and so far now is our truth what's taking place, okay, because it's the
That
Lord's
will
truth, all right, okay, so Lord's will in this video was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect, Wa Abad Babal and Shalom.